Hi, Gregor here with another Let's Play Solo. Once again, we are deep in the dungeons near Port Salen. Alarmed by the failure of another brave party to return, the clerics of the Temple of Ukko have asked for volunteers to go down there and see if they can find out what happened to the missing party. Four brave adventurers have decided to go down to investigate. This is their tale. All right, so this is another playtest group that I had, and some of these guys have experience, unlike some of the other ones, except for the mage, who I did have to reroll. So these guys may level up a little bit quicker. We'll find out. The other thing I'm using after the last playtest, I did an early exploration with no rooms. I think this will help with some of the surprise that's happening. Uh, One of the things about parties like this one, who have, these guys are pretty much halfway to second. So they've been down, they got a little better gear. These guys might even have. And some of the things that, let's rebuild this. So they have a chance to get potions of healing. These guys don't have it. But the other things is good if you're trying to buy things is a medicine kit, um, which can allow you to auto stabilize. All right, so they're heading down. Let's talk a little bit about the dungeon layout. I took off that room because it was still in the early exploration area, because I do want to test how it feels without having rooms in the first. Now this is the only 2x2 area, so that's that. It's 5x5 or with the thing centered. Um, what else did I want to say? Because these have already been explored. There's the any encounters that are in there aren't there anymore because they were killed off by the other party. You'll still roll for wandering monster checks as you go through enough of them. All right, let's get going and let's hope these guys do a little bit better. Uh, let's just advance these guys to 6. Oops. All right. So I'll get the light back on in a second. The rogue currently is carrying a lantern, which he's planning on putting it down. Effects. Let's get a lantern. And Pickworth, which is our fighter, is up. Is Has a cantrip cast on him for light as well. Those are the two people who can't see. We have a dwarf and an elf as the other two, running a very conventional wizard, rogue, fighter, cleric. Fighter's a duelist, a life cleric, pretty standard rogue. Little bit better wisdom than Proudfoot had. Wizard's pretty straightforward as well. These are built using point buy. There's the spell. All right, let's talk instead of dropping a spell on. There we go. So they are coming down. So their party order is pretty standard for what they are. They've got cleric and fighter up front. They're running a gap in between, and right now the rogue is carrying a lantern. All right, so they come down and looking for our party. Not our other party. They peek around, and because they have absolutely no idea which way to go, I will roll a d4. After great consultation, uh, they peer around, but wait. They spot blood. And I put these guys. So one of the nice about the four-man parties is we can get. Okay, so they normally stay spread out, but for moving them around, I'm gonna just put them together. They spot blood right there. Ooh. So they're gonna go this way. They will try to track. I don't know if any of these guys actually have tracking. Let me just check their skills quickly. See what we got. Tracking survival. It's possible one of the fighter might have it. He's a soldier. He's got a wisdom bonus. He has. Okay, so this guy actually has survival. Cleric, doubtful. All right. Hickworth will take a good look at this. See what he thinks. Ah, seems fresh. This might be our guys that we're missing. A lot of blood, though. Something weird about the blood. Seems to be a little short. So they're thinking it's the party, but of course, what we know is that it's the lemurs, by the way. So they shouldn't have as much blood because they discorporated. But this is going to be enough to make them go this direction. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's zoom out, and they will. Once they get over there, they're gonna see the blood goes north. There's more to the north, so they'll go that way. Let's see what they find. Let's turn the navigation panel on. Oops. All right. So let's use our new early no room exploration table. Let's drag it in so it'll roll for me immediately. And oops. Apparently I screwed it up. Let's clear this and try it again. Let's open it. Let's make sure there's not something weird. Oh, it looks like it's fine. 1 to 18, which is an odd roll, but it's still run. Oh, I see. It's just doing it so fast, I'm not even paying attention. All right, see, usually when I over under roll, I just take the first one. So we got a chamber left exit, and we'll use the other one for the next one. Let's get rid of the table. All right. Let's do the first one I rolled up here. Oh, wow. Okay, I did 3 of them. Oh, one was the first one. All right, we'll skip that one. We'll do this one. Chamber left exit. No? See, I'm glad that it says no rooms. We really do want to use this. We're heading north, so it's going to connect. All right, let's generate. Chamber description. It's all 5. Okay, so brick floor, which is different, I believe, from what they're on. Yeah, worn. So I got a brick. Sketch marks. All right, so they're definitely going to spend some time in there because it looks like there's some traps in here. And they move on. Okay, so they. Uh, all right, so they see that it does seem to connect. I continue to head north because that's kind of where the tracks are going. Oh, how did I totally miss the fact there was a monster encounter in there? Busy with the table. All right, let's back up and do it. So they would have, they're heading north. Let's see what's in here. Rats. Giant rats. Okay. So rats are animals, which means they're not going to have elaborate plans, and also, unlike some monsters, they are likely to run away if they take more than half their hit points of damage. As they will tend to run away with into rat holes, they have a reasonable chance of getting away. They also have keen smell. What they probably would help them the most is they got pack tactics, which makes them a little bit dangerous. But of course, no range attacks. The thing you want to look at is they're small. If they're tiny, you can get 4 to a square. All right, so our rats are up here sniffing around, hoping for that legendary cheese, maybe. Supposedly. So they have pack tactics. They will probably try to group up, but they're not necessarily going to be too much together. We'll pretty much scatter around one in each corner. All right, so party's advancing. The party is not quiet. Not with Pickworth. Let's see. Let's just double check, but it's probably something like about a 7 passive stealth, most likely. It's got a +1. Is he in heavy armor? I assume he is. Chainmail. Yeah. Alright, so he's going to be 11 minus 5. Which is a 6. So he's a little worse than the other guys. So, unless these things are truly horrible. No, okay, so the rats hear him coming. Party's unaware. The rats are hungry. So basically, the rats get a surprise around. And already we can see because they're not behind the door now. It's good for the rats. The rats can't get out through doors anyway. I'm going to unhide these and we'll run this. And do it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to roll their initiative because well, technically you should roll their initiative because if their reactions, if they beat the rats, their reactions will go off, so fine. There we go. So Carrie's going to have her reaction. Getting these guys set up. They're still in party order, but you may remember they spread out a little. So that's kind of their order. When the first rat, decides it's dinner time. These things move 30. If he double moves, it'll be 60, which is pretty much probably what he's gonna do. Sometimes the waypoints. Nah, I don't want to do waypoints. Alright, so with waypoint didn't really work, but it's 50. You can, he's probably going to hang on the wall though. If you hold Alt, it'll do the marker. Which is good for counting. Alright, so these guys the party's shocked as they come running up. But the rats basically had to double move, so they're not going to be able to get an attack off. Now, one of the things about some rats, but not these, a lot of them have climbing. These don't, for whatever reason. Yeah, they get hung. Though, one thing about it is, so they're all going to run up and chitter hungrily at these guys. The party goes, wow, where did they come from? And then we get into the next round. All right, this time, Pickford has a lot of adrenaline. And so he's going to lead. He looks, wow, he uses a battle. Both him and the dwarf are using battle axes, apparently. So he's a duelist, but he's a sword and board guy. He used to be an officer. That's why I have survival. That's a soldier background thing. Attacks the rat in front of him and misses miserably. Alright. The rat. Alright, so this thing's got pack tactics and it will attack pretty much the guy in front of it. For those who don't know, I'm running Better Combat Effects Gold, but does automatic pack tactics. However, can't shoot to that. The armor of the dwarf that tries Pickworth. Oh, it does get Pickworth. Alright, so it starts trying to chew through the fighter. Chewing through its grooves. Alright, so the back guys squeak, but they have no range attack, so they just squeak angrily. Um, Alright, so Vonald's up front. He's a life cleric. He could use a battle axe, which he has +4 to hit on, or he could um, do a cantrip. In this case, he feels that the battle axe might be a better choice, though he doesn't hit. Most purely for more damage. The hit's probably about the same. All right, the rogue. All I want is second level. It's trying to use a short bow. In this configuration, he's probably carrying a rapier. He'll object interaction to sheath it, and then he'll pull and shoot the short bow at the guy right in front of Pickworth, and so that's -2 cover for the rat. He got him. So better combat effects gold, like as I mentioned, is doing the sneak attack as well as the pack tactics. So with the sneak attack, you have to have the. All right, it doesn't quite kill him, unfortunately. Rolling snake eyes. Oh no. The mage. The fighter's wounded. I don't know that we feel. Let's switch bolt. The hit takes D12 in each one. I remember this. Alright, he's not going to use switch bolt though. Ray of Frost stops him from running. He's trying to just go for the big dice, and he'll shoot at the already wounded guy. So -2 firebolt. I'll just double check, but yeah, I think you have to roll the hit for that too. Oh, gets him. I saw the one, and I go, nah, but there's another one. Okay, it's an 11. All right, first rat down. End this turn here. All right, the rogue's hoping for a little bit better results. We'll go ahead and fire short bow at the one in front of the cleric. Got -2 cover. Twang. That looks like a hit. Yep. He's hoping for something better than snake eyes this time. They got it. They got it, in fact, dead average. But there you go. All right. So far. All right, Mr. Pickworth. Let's get rid of this. There's no goblins. He's going to go ahead and advance. And swing at the one right in front of him. No luck though. He's gonna firebolt the one in front of the dwarf, in front of him as well. Minus 2 cover. He's gonna put a little room up to make sure nothing's sneaking up behind. He hits, and then backs up. Oh, for men damage. Sometimes those big dice fail you. Alright, worked out. The cleric will move up, close the line, and he'll try his battle axe. The battle axes do not seem to be... I got him this time, though. Open for a little focus fire. Alright, get some instant death. Good roll. Alright. There, one remaining rat decides to run away. So it'll just disengage. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say the rat hole's right in the middle. But Pickworth really likes having that light spell on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to move up, keeping his eyes open. Doesn't see anything else, so he'll go ahead and attack. And gets it. Instant death. Alright, cuts it in little pieces. And given the noise, he's going to back up to here. Wait for the rest of the party to get there. And then they will hopefully search the rats, but no luck. Alright, so we have some rats. This made 25. These guys are, some of these guys, 3 or 4 run encounters might actually level them. Let me actually go take a look at the party sheet. Close this for a second. Let's look at their experience. Yeah. There's nothing here, so I'll just go ahead to do it. I'm not gonna, there's no, well, it doesn't hurt not to award it. So there we go. More than half, except for the wizard. One of the things you need to think about is death. How you want to treat it. Do you want to give a new character the same amount of experience, or do something else? The most convenient thing is to make them the same experience, though. When I run a game with players, I in fact penalize them about a half a level, make them a half a level lower. But at first level, there's not necessarily a lot of incentive to do that. Alright, so we can go basically north or So they're going to look to make sure it actually looks like it links up. They've looked north, so they're assumed there's a link there. They want to confirm it. I will advance quickly. Yes, it makes up. All right, they're going to keep going north because last track seemed to be heading that way. No sign of anything yet. We've already rolled a bunch of rolls, and I got a little happy here. What's the next one? There we go. Just a little bit. I keep missing it. There it is. Table, no expiration. That's the first one. This is the second one. All right, we want to chamber left exit. That means it's going to turn left because we're actually heading north. That's 21. It's a pretty big room. There we go. And all right, no monsters in here. I believe this is 06. Warm bread. That's okay. All right. Guys will definitely check out the room. And then turn left because I have to go that way. And the next left, we got a left-right exit. That's a T. Now also 1, 2, 1, 2. We're at the very edge of the normal. So there you go. So we're gonna do left right, which is a 31. I'm gonna go right about there. I think, all right, that's 6, 5, 4. And one of these is 4. Oh, I think what happened was the one I deleted was 4. So you should be 4. And you should be 5. All right. All right. And now so it should be. Did I not change this to 5? Well, Legend 0, so it'll stack up right. Oh, it's got a secret. Okay. If there is a secret, it'll be right here. Because the way secrets work is if it's not a four-way, then it's one of the uh, sides where there's a passage that ends the other side, coming the other way. This one's only got one. If they have more than one, you would roll. So like this one, if it had a secret, it could either be here or here. All right, so how good is the secret? Let's find out. Obviously, you need to do your own. I have a set of tables. Let me see. Traps. Let's try door. Secret door. They don't have an actual. Okay, so there's basically three secret doors. One's normal, one's easier and harder. I'll just roll a D3. Surprised I don't. Do I have a secret door? Nah, I'll just roll a D3. So the one in the middle, which is the normal. So it's this one. So we are first level. So it needs a 17. They do have a lantern. So 17. 17's awfully high for first level. I could have found probably a 15. Let's, I'm gonna mark it though. It's right there. Somebody may find it eventually. Okay, let's double check on our party sheet. Look at their perception, but yeah, 15 is about normal for first level guys. Okay, so they're advancing. The question is, let me take a look at Pickford. Should I be healing him? Pickworth. Um, he's down 413. Yeah, that's awkward. It's probably not worth healing him. Famous last words, right? But he's not wounded enough. They want to use a spell on him. All right, so they've into the room with the secret door. Anything else going on? No. Uh, they have a choice. Um, feels like they're gonna try to circle around, see if they can do that. Saying basically they're trying to explore but stay close to the stairs. So instead of heading further and further away, they're gonna come back down. They haven't seen any tracks in a long time. Uh, so let's see what they can find heading south. There we go. They found a four-way. $42. There it is. Black granite. Uh, no luck. Maybe we'll head down now. Take a look. This is the type of place that might check for secret doors, but they're not. They're still kind of trying to make good time to see if there's. Just looking for that party. They don't want to spend a lot of time looking for secrets. Plus, it looks like if it did, it'd just connect up to the room next to them, where the rats were. All right. Left, right exits. They got a T. That's not what they wanted. Oh, there's stuff in here. All right. I jumped the gun a little bit on the chamber description. Let's move it up a little bit higher. And let's get 31. So basically it's a T. Chamber with a T. So I'll go right here and then be flipped 180. So the left one, party's left will turn the right, but they ran into stuff. Well, let's go take a look. All right. It's trapped. All right, so it's got a trap and a monster encounter. All right, this is going to be interesting. Generally, if a monster's in a chamber, the monsters will know of it. So we're going to need to do the encounter, and then we got to figure out the trap as well. So let's do our trap table. Let's do our monster table. Oh, Lemurs. Wow. Yeah, they will know the trap. I don't know about that. Generally they would, but the lemurs are pretty brainless. Let's see what the trap is, though. I believe. Do I have trap tables? Hallway. There's a trap. Okay. All right. So I got a sacred strike. Hmm. So these are some of the interesting things we can work about solo play. Generally, you don't want your traps hurting the monsters, though it can be interesting. Um, so what I'm gonna do, because this is a Sacred Strike is a radiant damage trap. I am gonna say that basically whoever summoned the Lemurs also did it, and it won't attack the Lemurs. So that's how I'm gonna play it. Usually for traps, unless they're like part of a built-in encounter, you don't want the attack happening multiple times. So I am gonna go with that. It'll attack them first. when they basically cross the room threshold. And we'll call it good. So let's get our monsters out and do this one. Close that. Put our 3 of the molars. So this is one of the things I was thinking about increasing the number. If I did, it'd probably be up one more. The molars are not much of a challenge unless there's a lot of them. You may remember they're basically a horde shambler. They're going to pretty much walk towards the party and try to get them. I don't remember what their wisdom is. They're likely to see the party coming just because of the lantern. See the lantern light. I don't think they have a horrible dex, so I think they have a horrible dex. So the party may well hear them. Yeah, they have a 7 passive stealth. We know our guys have 15, some of them. I believe the lowest was 11. No, 12. All right, so these party won't see them, but they will hear them. So they'll become aware. These guys are aware because of the lights. So there's basically no surprise. The only thing that's really going to be exciting is the sacred strike trap. So let's get them all on the tracker and get them going. I am going to go ahead and put the sacred strike trap on there as well. All right. Haven't cleared the last one, so I'm just going to, well, whatever. I'll clear the initiatives, and I'll roll them all. All right. Wow, Pickworth still goes first. All right. He was. Okay, so we got to get our guys in party order because of they're in their square. They're in the wrong order. So he's supposed to be on the right, I'm pretty sure. Supposed to have a little bit there. The light source is what's really triggering the thing, which is on carry, so that we want right there. Kitchery. Kitchery. Yeah. Pickwork hears something up ahead. He glances over at the dwarf, looks around, and everybody nods. He is going to move up cautiously. There's no target. He is simply going to advance about halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to go about 4. Unless he sees something. 1, 2, 3. He might actually see stuff. Let's turn some stuff on. Nope, can't quite see him. 4. Still nothing. He's advanced up. He's got a light on him. He's looking to draw whatever's there. Thinking maybe giant rats. They're dumb. They may attack. If so, he's ready for it. What he's planning on doing is dodging. Basically soak up an attack. He's also a little wounded, so dodging's a good way to start. All right, hits and turn. Vondel. All right. The dwarf cleric's going to advance, pretty much mashing his buddy. 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're so close. Just missing seeing them. He's going to stay even with his body. He is... He could dodge. I think though he's gonna ready a spell, probably one of his cantrips. He's got Toll the Dead. He's gonna try Toll the Dead on first enemy target he sees is within 60 feet the range of the spell. And the range of his dark vision, conveniently. So he's ready. Oh, the Lamars. Alright. The Lamars are gonna do their thing. They move relatively slowly. One. Alright, so that's enough to trigger the bundle. Bundle will try to hold the dead on him. Fails. Because he's unwounded. Remember, I'm playing that house roll where the dice damage are reversed. He's light. So that was one. Two, three. One, two, three. The way this is going to play out, that trap's not going to go off until the party actually enters the room. One, two, three. One, two, three. All right, so they end up double moving. This guy will also do the same thing. One, two, three, one, two, because they're pretty brainless. Okay, so the traps are there only to give me damage if I need it. As you can see, my traps go all the way up, 20th level. So there's I do 3 versions, a normal, easier, and harder version, and then they're all scaled to go 1 to 20. So, man, I want to be second level so I can hide as a bonus action. All right, gonna shoot the one in front of the dwarf, seeing how Pickworth is dodging. Actually, as a bonus action, he's gonna, as object interaction, he's gonna drop his lantern right here on the corner. He will move up here to fire his bow. He's got cover. Well, he wants to shoot the one for. He'll do focus fire. He'll shoot the guy who's wounded already. Got him. So I commented before, these guys have a terrible armor class. Ooh, a lot of damage. Doesn't take him down, which makes them all a little nervous. That's a fair amount of damage, plus he was hit before. Maybe these guys are tough. Move 1, 2, 3. He's going to back up around the corner just to mostly keep an eye on things around the corner. All right. The mage. Well. The mage, Mr. Bren. Thinking about. Uh, ta -ta -ta -ta. He's the last guy. He is going to try to take down that thing before they go again. So he'll. Let's take a look if he has an idea on these are extra planar. He's probably about a 15 Arcana. Yeah, so he's aware they're extra planar. But like the other mage who ran into these things, not quite sure of the details. It doesn't help him a lot because he's only got elemental. If he had necrotic, he'd probably try it. He'll go for the bigger one then. And he's going to try to hopefully kill this before they can go. We did get him. And... oh, that's bad. 100% resistance. Oh, no damage from fire. He's going to do this thing. Keep an eye on both ways as well. So far, tell him necrotic worked, but not going to help Bren. All right, flip it over and go. Okay. The trap beat everyone. All right. He'll swing to try to take down the, well, his Toll the Dead worked, and the guy's critical. He thinks the D8's still going to do it. So he'll try. Alright, he's wounded, so it takes a D8. Got him. Alright. Bondle. Well, good job there. Mr. Pickworth. He's gonna pretty much just get to work on the, seem to be somewhat spell resistant, so he's just gonna apply his battle axe to the guy in front of his dwarven friend. And they do have a pretty bad armor class. He's a duelist, so he gets a little extra damage. That's the effects damage too. But these things are not going down in one hit. He will lean out, look at the wounded guy, and take a shot. So it's going to be minus. Oh, here. Let's make sure we're on the player. Yeah. -2 short bow. Got him. Oh, snake eyes. Oh, gets him anyway. There you go. The impression is you need 2 or 3 hits to kill him. And then it's going to go back around the corner. Murders. Alright. The last remaining will go up and hit the guy right in front of him. As these other guys are dying, they're discorporating. Oh, he missed. Alright. Which takes us to our mighty mage. Not going to spend any real major resources at this time. Well, fire didn't work, which is bad for which isn't great for elemental attacks, but that's all he got. He's got fire and cold, and he's not worth using anything else. We'll try the ray of frost. If nothing else, we'll know if they're immune. All right, it does hit him. And okay, so frost works on him. So he writes that down in his journal. Frost works on Lemurs. Fire. All right. So he's filling out their immune to fire. Frost works. All right. This next round and trapped. Oh, great. So he will apply battle axe. So here, let's move back. Got him. Doesn't think it'll probably. Oh, not a good roll. Number 8. We'll swing at the guy in front with a big fist. He dropped a fist out. Oh, interesting. Oh, we got him. Not doing a lot of damage. But now both of their front lines a little hurt. Back out around the corner and take a shot. -2 cover. Oh. Getting excited to finish it. Got it. Oh, got it. All right. A glorious victory. Very little experience points. We might as well go ahead and do that. As we get closer and closer. All right. They're going to go looking for treasure. And they're going to find that sacred strike trap. Let's take a look at how this trap works. This one's a save. It's too high for their passive perception to notice. Triggered on a target within 60 feet. Alright, so that means I can hit it now. D4, starting with him and clockwise. Well, there you go. Right on the rogue. On-target attack. My philosophy with traps is I should do. They should be somewhat difficult. They should have moderate difficulty to find and do low to moderate damage. In other words, my goal is to have traps that are annoying, but not showstopper. The so-called nuisance traps in the Dungeon Masters Guild are are deadly against low-level characters because they have such a large range. So he's going to take 4, which will immediately get them. Oh my God, what was that? They will probably search around, looking for treasure, looking to see what that is. The rogue will go into perception. So they'll do all these things. This is where we get to solo play. I know this trap is disabled. It only shoots once. So the only question is, does this guy actually find it? The rogue. Oh, he does. All right, so he will, and let's get this set up, by the way. So on him, I want to go ahead and set up his skills for perception, for stealth, try again. Why are you not dragging? Oh, because let's see. And these tools. See, I'm trying to drag that when I should be dragging the dice. All right. I'll do it this time. We're going to make it. In you go. All right, so he found it. He thinks he removes it. Did he actually remove it? Maybe. The reason he's going to think he removed it because it's not going to go. It's finished shooting for today. And this is a harder one. He may not have gotten it. And I didn't. Which means it may go off again. But not today. All right. This is probably a good time to quit. I'm just going to get their treasure. The Moors don't usually have treasure, but some unfortunate soul may have already given up their treasure. So we'll just say it's down there towards the end of that thing. I'm going to fix the table so it rolls automatically. And treasure. There we go. 17 silver. Now the way I do this treasure is, in theory, you're supposed to roll for every monster. But what I do is I just, there's 3 monsters. So I'm just going to do 17 times 3. What is that? That's 51. I'm tired here. Yeah, 51. Let's get it on their party sheet. So they did a fair amount of exploration. Even got in a couple monsters. So we're going to pick this up next time. So continue to look for that party, but they're starting to lose a little bit of hope. They got 12 silver. And I'll see you guys as the party continues their exploration underneath the cemetery near Port Salen.